Hello and good morning for myself. Good evening probably to the majority of you. And I'm telling you what, I've woke up and I've had one of the crappiest periods of sleep ever. But the D unit's committing to just being here for you lot really more than anything else, to the detriment probably of how I'm going to feel later today. But yeah, we're up and about. Footium's bringing us the deadline stream today, and I'm really excited because we do have the Academy reveal, which we'll be doing live on stream at some point over the next, I don't know how long, but we're not going to waste too much time because obviously I've just wasted half an hour that I would normally do trying to sleep, and I've just not been sleeping. I've just been sitting there in bed going, I've got to wake up. Will my alarm wake me up? Will my alarm wake me up? But here we are, regardless. We're into the live deadline stream. We've got the counter already going, hopefully. Oh my God, it didn't do what I thought I was going to do. That's annoying. I needed to change the settings on that. But we'll start that. Obviously, there's less than an hour and a half. I'm going to quickly take off some time. Hold on. I'm going to take that down. We're going to start there. We're going to save that. We're going to... That's really annoying. I can't believe it did that. All right, let's try that. See what happened. No, still doesn't want to work for me. Wow. I can't believe that. All right, there we go. I think we're up and about. Yes. All right, brilliant. Fantastic. That's up and about. That's what the team's looking like. I don't actually think I'm going to do any changes. I think that is how we're going to go. And yes, I'm aware that Pope's not going to play probably, but on the off chance that he does, I think I prefer Pope over Petrovic. Because if you're going away to Sunderland and you're conceding 3 goals to Sunderland have been really good, but I don't think that they are an amazing offence. So, yeah. And it looks like I've actually got the sound working for right once. Considering I'm literally half asleep, running off fumes at this point, I reckon we're doing all right. The goat is here. Thank you very much, Luke. Great to see you in the chat. Hello. Good day, all. Yes, dear, just about to get to the pub for a couple of pints and listen along. Very nice. Do I go Rogers to Foden for free? Not sure on Foden. Oh, Foden's starting, man, 100%. Anyone that sits there, there's no way he's not starting. I would just straight up just come out and say it. If you think that Foden's not starting, you've been listening too much to the cartel, because that is the only reason why he wouldn't be starting, is because they are sitting there trying to convince you he's not a good buyer, because they don't want to buy him because of the fact that they are just too concerned about his minutes, whereas the D unit couldn't give 2 shits, and we're ready to go. D unit's Foden is in, the 15-point already in the bag. The only annoying thing is that obviously we did not get the full benefit of it, and I really should have just triple captained him, because if I triple captained him, all of a sudden we'd be inside the top 2 million teams. One more good week, we'd be inside the top million. So that's on me for not doing that, but hopefully we can nail the captaincy this week, and that is the biggest question I've got heading into this. I've had 4 adverts to get this stream long, but you're nuts. I'm back, baby. Good to see you, Dan. Bro, my team is Raya Guy, Timber, Calafiori, Rice, Bruno G. Oh, I like Bruno G. That's a good pick. Rice, Anderson, Mateta, Tarkowski, and Senesi. Suggest me any team changes in the best captain except Haaland. You could go Foden, captain. Foden and Bruno, captain, I really like. I mean, if you're really feeling risky, it depends on how brave your appetite is for, like, just rolling with punches, really. But you could easily go with... you could go with something really rogue this week and go like a Bruno G or Rice captain. I actually don't mind them moves. Like, lots of people talking about Sucker captain, but I reckon Sucker doesn't play. This is the game where I think that Sucker gets rotated. Not like on the bench, but I reckon he only plays about 70 minutes tops. I think they'll account for Brentford pretty easily. So, yeah, that's what I'd say there. Chalobah header, I called it and played him. I know how annoying was that. That was the only doubt. The only regret I had was that I wished that I didn't expect Chelsea to keep a clean sheet. They didn't. I didn't expect Chalobah to score a goal. If I'd known that, I 100% would have just taken a -8. If I'd known that was going to happen, I would have taken a -8, sold Senesi, and bought in. Well, realistically, I probably would have bought in Minte instead. And I don't know if I'd like that more now than Bruno G. I just got a feeling that there's something about having the Brunos in my team that feels kind of exciting and a bit different. I don't think too many people are going to be loading up on double Bruno. I'm loading up on double Bruno. Hopefully it comes in nicely. How's it going, dude? Midweek deadline. We are so back. I know the midweek deadline's killing me. Absolutely killing me. We'll see how we go for tomorrow's watch along, but I'm going to enjoy a really good night's sleep until we have to wake up for the watch along tomorrow. Thoughts on Estevao as a 1 week punt? Don't mind it, but I think he's probably going to get benched. I reckon Garnacho probably starts. And I asked Luke. Luke's a Chelsea fan. Let's see what he's feeling. Dean should call the early streams for morning glow. We should. You captaining a defensive mid, thinking Saka or Foden for me? No, I'm not. I'm captaining Bruno, who's an attacking mid that gets played in defensive mid, but he's more than capable of dumping a 15-plus pointer on people's asses pretty easily. I have thought about the Mbumo one. I feel like potentially there's another one where I'm getting it wrong, but I just feel, I don't know. I feel like I want to give Bruno the love again just because of the fact that, he's just consistently getting something. I don't say I have any great positivity, but he's good at getting something. Richard surely starts, right? I've actually got Richard starting on the bench. That's one bloke I think that will get rotated. And Glasner, pretty much across the European nights, has always benched Richards. I just don't think Richards is capable of playing more than once a week. So I think that he's probably going to start on the bench. That's my gut feel. If I owned Richards, I would not be confident in him starting. He's not started one European match, I don't think, all season or close to it anyway. Good luck this game week, yo. Yeah, good luck to you as well. I'm captaining Munoz. What do you think? I don't mind it. Munoz captaincy shout. I mean, I wish I'd done that a couple of weeks ago instead of Bruno. So, yeah, I love it. I love risk. I love a little bit of a risky punt. It's brilliant. I know. I'm sorry if I'm making anyone nervous about captaining Bruno. I know my luck has been rubbish with this captains the last 6 weeks. The good news is I did pick Gabriel and I did pick Bruno the 1 week he did beat Haaland, and the week I did pick Bruno the last time he didn't get beaten by Haaland. So when I've picked Bruno, it's normally not been for a bad outcome. That's the only positivity or guidance I can give on that. Munez or Voltamar to captain. I don't mind either of them. They're both really good shouts. I know I didn't feature Munoz in the best 8 captains, but there is a chance that he could be easily in there, no problem at all. Hi, mate. Thinking of doing something crazy. Mateta and Zach are out for Fernandez, captain, and Gooey. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the Gooey move. I had Gooey in my own team, and I've seen that he was... when I was doing the top transferred in players and that today, Mark Gooey's the 8th most transferred in forward, and I think that is the 8th most expensive mistake you'll make. Because even if tonight... So, for example, tonight, right, people were sitting there saying, Mark Gooey's going to get some minutes against Leeds. Oh, piss off, he's going to get minutes against Leeds. They've got Liam Delap, they've got Cole Palmer back, and they've got João Pedro. That dude's gone back to getting no minutes like he was. That's why he went on loan. Mark Gooey, that's why I wanted to get out of him. That this is the time of year where you actually require your bench. Getting a dead spot in your team is not ideal. There will be weeks over the coming weeks. You put money on it where you're going to have 3 issues. And if you're relying on Mark Gooey to get more than like 1 minute, you're probably going to be crap out of luck. I don't mind the Mateta sell, but just not to Mark Gooey. That's all I've got on that one. Yeah, the double Bruno, Captain Bruno. Would you take a -4 for Trossard out? Only I've wrote on it. Yeah, I would do. I took a -4. I've taken 3 -4s in a row, and it's all been green arrows. So if you want to take a -4 and feel good about it, this is the channel for it, because we're not going to sit there and tell you otherwise. Morning. The real goat is here. Thank you very much. Captain Elliot Anson, thoughts? Don't mind it. It's a bit risky, but it could also pay off. I mean, Wolves is a great fixture. You'd expect them potentially to keep a clean sheet. The man gets DC, then he's already looking at a minimum floor of probably 5 points. And if he gets bonus again like he did on the weekend and a 2-0 loss, like all he needs is to get an assist and he gets a 10-pointer. Pretty easy to do, I would suggest. So Enzo, no. I mean, with with Caicedo out, I'd imagine Enzo gets a start. That would be my guess. Got the double big dog Bruno's barking this week myself. Woof woof. I think it will be Garnacho. There we go. I knew Luke would be in here for that. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That's why I just don't think he starts 3 games in a row is my gut feel. Start Trafford or O'Reilly. You've got to start O'Reilly. He's got way more upside than Truffett. O'Reilly could get you a goal. Truffett might not even get you a clean sheet. Enzo and Santos in the middle. Yeah, I would agree. Guy is saying Semenyo captain under the lights at home. He could be really good. And the last time that Semenyo played in the early game or the Friday night game, that was his 18-pointer. So he has got a record or a history this season of actually starting like a house on fire. So there's every chance that he could do that again. Yes, Chili, should we be scared FPL Olympian is captain? Oh, no. Someone said that to me about the triple captain Haaland last week. And I was like, I know who he is because I've been on X and he's a crap manager. But, if that's the luck that I've got, and that's what's happened, is I've captained some fool because FPL Olympian is, and that's why my triple captain failed, then maybe it's not me that's cursed. Maybe it's him, and he's just picking the same captain I am and ruining my team. Any news? I am very tempted by a Foden captaincy shout tonight, though. I'm not going to lie. There is a small chance I switch to Foden in this stream. Any news on Saliba? I have not bothered checking any press conferences or ever. You guys are the ones with the news. If you've listened to a press conference, whack it in there because I'm not going to bother looking. Midweek FPL, there's no real point listening to press conferences. I find that they're all very much there. Let's go. We've got a game. Let's play. Should I start Thiago? Probably not. If you can't, I'm not starting him because I just don't think they're scoring a goal against Arsenal. So that's why I'm not starting him. That means his floor's 2 points. That seals it. That means I'm thinking he's going to get 2 points or less. So that's why I'm not starting him. It keeps getting worse. FPL D is FPL Olympian. I knew it. I got 2 card calls. Captain Enzo of Foden and Brian of Voltamata. All right. Enzo of Foden. Let's go on with Phil Foden. And Brian... I'm assuming that's Brian and Bumo of Voltamata. And that's gone with Brian and Bumo. I don't need Gooey ever. Dead spot to get Fernandes. Okay, well, if that's the case, if you're 100% sure that you're never going to need that dead spot, by all means, go there. But I went there and I wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible, so I just wish I'd never done it. Don't mind Delap as a punt instead of Guyui. Yeah, see, I would much prefer that. I feel like Delap's a lot more capable of getting minutes. Would you play bench boost with the Bravcar? Who have they got? Burnley's got... Oh, yeah. They've got Palace. Thiago, O'Reilly, Hartman. No. I don't think I'd bench boost that. There's better weeks where you're going to have better fixtures, I'd say. I know. I should have listened. Should have bloody listened. Should have just gone Phil Foden. Boys, Darius hasn't even opened his eyes fully. The guy's in bed. Spare him some slack. Thinking of Gakpo captaincy, but after 2 amazing weeks, think I'm pushing it. Fair. I'm more than happy to run the risk again this week. Stuff the Haaland captain is. He just led me to ruin last week, so he can stay in the bin where he belongs. All it takes is a pen for Brentford and Thiago returns. Brentford have had over a pen game in the last few. Yeah, I just think that Dango Itara, who's won 4 of them fundles, he probably is not starting this game because realistically, he doesn't start the big games. They play a back 5, and when they play a back 5, Dango Itara ends up on the bench. Having said that, it'd be pretty bizarre if they benched him after the performance he put up on the weekend, so maybe he's fine. If you could pick one player long term from Foden, Mateta and Semenyo, Foden. I've said all year that I think that Phil Foden is one of the best picks in FPL. I'm not going to sit there and change my mind just only because of the fact he's had one good game. That one good game's been coming for about 10 weeks. It's just he's been dodging points a bit like Bruno Fernandes, and then they just decide on the same week to go big on the week where I don't bloody captain him. Of course they do. Calafiori or Vardiol, I have feelings Skelly might. So I would go with Vardiol. 100% I'd go with Vardiol. Calafiori is a bit like Richards. Doesn't start midweek games. I know he only played 45 minutes on the weekend, and maybe that means that he'll play tonight, but I feel like I'd still go with Vardiol because I feel like Vardiol's a lot more likely to start. Brentford also scored 2+ goals in most games. Okay. Well, there we go. That's what Luke reckons. I'll grant him that. Good morning over there or good evening over here. Hope you had a good rest. I've had some rest. I wouldn't say it's been an amazing rest, but I've had some rest. But I've got a very good capability of functioning on not much sleep, so we should be sweet. I'm going to try and get another hour's nap after this stream before the watch along as well. I also forgot I had no cans of Red Bull in the fridge, so that's why this stream is just getting run on fumes at the moment. Darius talks about Foden, how TV Jesus talks about the wipeout. I've not made a midfield transfer in 6 weeks. Patience pays off. See, I've made 2 in the last 2 weeks, but prior to then I had not made one in a while. So Semenyo was always on my plan to sell after the game where he missed with illness or whatever it was. I was always selling him then because I was always buying Phil Foden in game week 13. Like, I'd always pencil that in. That was the time I was going back on Phil Foden because the fixtures went amazing, and that man just does well when I think the fixtures are amazing. Happened last year. He went 59 points from 5 weeks, but I owned him. So I just figured I've got to play the fixture play. I'm still about that. And he's been playing really well, so that was a no-brainer. And then Sarr getting injured. Well, I knew that I had to sell Sarr anyway. So this is a good time to jump on someone else. And I just really like the Bruno G shout. I mean, what's he owned by? Like, wow, he's gone up to 5.6%. Actually, when I bought him, was like 4. Wow, a lot of people obviously following the D Unit's advice and going with the double Bruno lineup. I like it. D Unit, you get in contact with FPL Ryan. A joint live would be epic. That lad, when he... Oh, mate, yeah, I've seen Ryan. I've watched a couple of things. I remember watching him during a game when I wasn't doing because it was like a one-off game. I think it was an Arsenal game. He must be an Arsenal fan. He was losing the plot, which was quite funny. I don't think I could ever lose the plot. I'm just happy for people that are getting points. Just annoyed occasionally when I'm not getting points. The worst time you'll see me is watching Man United because I'm not just watching Man United. Sorry, I'm not just watching the football then from an FPL perspective. I'm watching it from a perspective where I just want us to win. So quite often it will become a moan along because I just can't stand Man United losing. It's just an annoying factor in my life. I know, I should definitely have listened to your own advice. I Captain Foden first time last week. Now I'm going back-to-back against the Sheep. I know. I'm really annoyed with myself because, like, I feel like I talked myself into a Haaland captaincy when I wasn't going to do it. Like, I woke up on Saturday last week and I was like, oh, I'm just going to play the triple captain. And you know what? Stuff it. I'm going to play it on Foden. I'm feeling it. And then I just did everything that just is counterintuitive and I didn't do any of it. Darius has more trust in Foden than Foden himself. I do. I definitely do. Fantastic team, D. Mine might end up with 9 to 10 players playing with rotation risks. Agreed, Andrew. That's what he been thinking about as well, especially because they're both United fans as well. Oh, is he a United fan as well? I didn't know that. With 2.1 million in the bank, is it worth removing one of Van Dijk or Anderson at Fulham? And if so, I'd keep Anderson from Fulham. I know that I don't like him. But outside of the Man City game today, he should be actually okay for points over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Cue the one-pointers incoming for Anderson, but I don't think I'd move him over the next 4 weeks anyway. In Dye, yeah, you can definitely think about removing him. He might not even start tonight, who knows. But and he's an AFCON transfer waiting to happen, so that's why Sarr going down, I was like, fine, I'll just move him to someone I think's going to play every week. And I think Bruno G will play every week. That last man you lost got you upset. I know. It doesn't happen. I don't get upset normally. Like, even when my team sucks, you see, I get like a little down, but like not really that upset. I'm just like, that's such as life. But that really pissed me off. Really, really annoyed me, that game. What do we get? So you get the 5 transfers. Make sure, FYI, if you're paying attention now, game week 14, you obviously get your normal transfers. Game week 15, next week, before the weekend, you have to use up every single transfer you've got in your kitty. Because it's game week 16. As soon as it hits Saturday and they reopen the game for game week 16, you'll wake up or you'll open it with 5 free transfers. But if you've not used all of them, you won't get the maximum amount. So this week, after tonight's deadline, use up every single transfer. I can't be any more clear than that. You've got to use them up to get the benefit of it. Good morning, Murat. Yoda says hello. Do you think there's a chance Aït-Nouri starts this game week? I can't see. People sit there and say that Man City's players need minutes. Why would you give someone like Aït-Nouri the minutes when he's literally about to leave in 2 weeks? Like, why would you do it? And the other thing I'll say is, like, if anyone watched that Man City game against Leeds on the weekend, there were the two standout players were Phil Foden and Nico O'Reilly. You're not getting benched or rotated if you're undroppable. And they played like they were undroppable on the weekend. So all this talk about will O'Reilly start or whatever, I've got no doubts he starts. Because Aït-Nouri, when he played a week and a half ago, was absolutely crap. So it's not like Man City are playing Fulham, who are 20th and not won a game. They're playing a team and they're not on top of the Premier League. They can't afford to be pissing around giving people minutes that are not up to scratch. So I think Nico O'Reilly starts no problems at all. And I think that's what people are missing the boat here. Like Man City, they're like over 6 points behind Arsenal. They cannot be affording to rotate players to change the team to... Like, they've got to make up that ground. They can't afford to be sitting there giving out free minutes. I just don't see it. I'll be shocked if he's benched. I'm very confident on the fact he starts. Would you do Sarr, Gabriel, Pope to Fernandes, Thiaw, O'Reilly for Bruggen for a -4? Yes, 100%. I'll just do Sarr and Gabriel to Fernandes and a 4.7 million defender Van Heck and play to Bravka. I think I'll do the -4. I think I'll do the -4. You're going to have to waste a transfer. I'm probably going to have to waste a transfer on Pope as well. If it wasn't for the fact I was taking a -4 to remove Senesi and Sarr, who I think were bigger issues for me this week, because I've got Petrovic coming off the bench, which, again, that's why I went with Petrovic and Pope for something like this, because I knew that Pope was a little bit injury prone. I think he's just been dropped, but I'm happy with it. Boys and girls, sorry. You are everywhere. Yes, he is. Need a Foden benching tonight for me to buy him for game with air. It's not going to happen. He's not going to happen. Phil Foden's just off the back of scoring a brace. He's 100% starting. He's probably playing 90 minutes as well. I don't know why, but Timber kind of excites me as a captaincy option this week, feeling a clean sheet and an attacking return for him. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all, Jack. I feel like that's definitely possible. Straight scores today. Bournemouth against Everton. Bournemouth win that. I'm going to say they win that 3-0. Everton were rubbish against Newcastle on the weekend. I'm going to go Man City to beat Fulham 3-0 as well. And I'm going to go with Newcastle to thrash Tottenham. I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0 to Newcastle over Tottenham. I'm going with 3 clean sheets tonight and goals galore. History actually says that the midweek games in this kind of fixture are normally low scoring. So it might actually be worth playing a lot of defenders. But I'm going the opposite for tonight. I feel like these games are pretty one-sided in my mind. So I'm going with 3 big results. So we'll see what happens. Am I talking to a ghost? Evening all. Newcastle lads and then Darius? Yes, 100%. I think that I obviously looked and worked out who I was going to buy, right? So Newcastle, like the fixtures is just so good through to game week 24. Like they've got Wolves away 22, Leeds at home 21, Palace at home in 20, who they're probably going to be cooking by then. Burnley away in 19, they've got Burnley at home in 15. I mean, 16, 17, 18, not ideal, but for a player like Bruno G, that's not going to matter. And Malik Jow's going to pick up the DC points in those games. So I just thought it was a really smart move. Like I looked at it, and I'm going to be selling Pope, so I'm not going to have double Newcastle defence, so I felt like it was worth a shot. Well, couldn't you play on Thursday? I mean, if it's concussion, he should be playing because it's well over 2 weeks. So I'd imagine he plays on Thursday would be my guess. I agree. City 5 points behind and play before Arsenal. I need to apply the pressure of a win at Fulham. I know. That's what I don't understand. Like people thinking there's going to be rotation. There's not going to be rotation. It's ludicrous. And they're not going to rotate at home to Sunderland either because Sunderland are a really good team. Like they're probably not going to rotate in 16. Arguably, Man City have a Carabao Cup game between game week 16 and game week 17, I believe. That's when they'll get rotated. That's when the players will be rotated between 16 and 17 in the Carabao Cup. The rest of the time, they'll be getting played. I've got no doubts about that at all, which is why I bought Which is why I've got Triple City. I'm all on board Pep Roulette. If I get screwed over, I get screwed over, but I'm thinking I'm going to be reaping the rewards while everyone else is too scared to do it. Djokovic, anything goes. Yeah, exactly. But if Foden gets 75 plus minutes tonight, would you feel comfy buying it? Yes, 100%. I'd still buy him for game week 15. I still think he plays. I think he plays 90 minutes every game. He's already shown that this season. The only game he's actually missed since he's been back from injury was that Champions League game last midweek where the entire team got rotated and Pep got beaten. And I don't think he's going to be doing that again anytime soon. Should I take a punt and captain Anderson versus Wolves? I would. I don't mind it. I don't know if I captain him myself because I don't own him. And I feel like I look at my team and I feel like I could see 4 other better captaincy shouts that aren't Haaland that I'd captain before Anderson, but it could be it could be a GOAT move. Play João Pedro or Kevin Dewsbury Hall. You've got to go with João Pedro. Surely there's more upside there, especially against a Leeds team. Why are you playing Pope in the hope that he plays? Obviously, my auto sub's going to come on if he doesn't play. I just think that Spurs are going to be crap. I feel like there's more chance of a clean sheet against Spurs than there is Everton because I just don't rate Spurs at all. At all. I started off the season not rating them. I went through a period where I looked like a bit of a fool for saying it. Now I look like a genius because they are crap. Start Roden or Van de Ven? Roden. He's going to concede less goals, I'd suggest. Enzo or Anderson or Gakpo in place of Sarr? I'd go with Gakpo. I know other people say there's minutes risk or whatever. You're not dropping someone that just scored a goal and an assist in probably he was definitely their best player on the field against West Ham and Liverpool didn't overly convince me. But you're not dropping someone who literally just won you the game. So for me, it's got to be Gakpo. On board of Haaland, Captain Semenyo and Buba Osaka. Very nice. I like it. Test video. Took a -4 for Gabriel to João and Sarr to Foden. Oh, that's sexy. I have Alderete, Gui, and Senesi in my bench, so that is definitely necessary. You do not want to be playing any of them this week. Do you like João or O'Reilly as a defender option? Well, I've got them both, so I like them both. If you had to ask me which one is better, I should have really compared these two against each other. So João versus O'Reilly. Let's see what the card says today. It's going with O'Reilly. There you go. Maybe O'Reilly's in for a goal today. Captain Munoz, don't mind it at all. Amazing, Jotty. It could be a really good shout, to be honest with you. FYI, well done. I think you're leading the Pubcast Mini League. You're very close to winning out this one as well, I think, from my knowledge. Captaining Haaland against my team as FPL Olympian doesn't fancy him. I don't mind it, Cole. I've actually thought about it. I know a lot more people are not on Haaland, and the fact that a lot of more people are not on Haaland, it almost makes me want to do it. But I was so unimpressed with what I saw on the weekend that I don't know if I can do it. And I thought the Leeds are going to be one of the crappiest defences and Haaland was going to go big. But he just did nothing. And that concerns me. Will Salah start? I'd suggest he does, but he's been rested. If you have got Mo Salah, just sell the bloke. He's about to leave anyway. He's been next to underwhelming. And Sunderland's defence, he'll be going up against... Oh, he's not going up against Mukiel. I was going to say, if he's going up against Mukiel, he's going to get no joy at all. He's going up against... Reynaldo on the other side, isn't he? Because he plays on the other side. I'd still get rid of him. If you haven't already sold him, now's the time to bite the bullet and just move him out. Anderson, Nottingham Forest, or Kevin Dewsbury Hall. Anderson. Anderson, 100%. If you are Nuno, would you bring Paqueta straight back in after his suspension? Yes? Because he's one of West Ham's better players? He's just an idiot, Paqueta. I don't know how he got sent off. It was the most bizarre sending off I've ever watched. Senesi plus Semenyo to Bruno and O'Reilly done. Very nice. Is João's minute secure? Yes. He's not missed a game for Newcastle since he's got into the team. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, and 83. Last time he didn't play 90 minutes was when he made his proper debut in Gameweek 5. He's literally played 90 minutes in every single competition. He's obviously a bit of a fitness beast, so that's why I was quite happy with going in for him. Captaining Mateta, you could do it. I don't mind it. I missed a few answers, Darius. You go to sleep after that, right? I'm going to sleep after this for an hour, a little quick nap. And then I'm going to wake up and watch the football. And we've got the live watch along. The live watch along is streamed for, I think, 3:25 in the morning, which is 7:25 in the UK. I'll be on for that. Does Crippy start? I wouldn't have thought so. But I could be wrong. Pope is in my starting 11. Yeah, exactly. That's why I've got him in my... If he doesn't play, he's not coming off the bench, so then Petrovic plays anyway. But if I would rather play Pope against Spurs than Petrovic against Everton, so that's why Pope's there. There's every chance he doesn't start, FYI. I just feel Haaland is bound to score his 100th goal against us. Pep loves playing Fulham. He does. Am I crazy for sitting on Salah for this week? Or should I... okay, if you're bailing for a hit, probably wouldn't do it. But you've got to be running out of patience of him. You've got to be running out of patience. I can't see a world where he's just not a good sell at this point. Bruno in for me. Yes, Shane. I love it. Great to see you. And well, I'm assuming you mean Bruno G. Or maybe you've got both like me. The double Bruno attack. I mean, it could be really sexy, couldn't it? The double Bruno attack. All right, we'll whack in a poll. I've now woken up enough to be bothered doing this now. Who are you captaining this week? I still can't spell though. I feel like I'm slowly waking up, which is not good because I don't know how I'm going to get back to sleep for an hour, but we're going to give it a go. All right, so we're going to go Foden, Haaland. Also, FYI, I said to Gary he needs to add a sheep. To the pubcast for all the sheep moves that him and Trig keep doing. So hopefully they get that onto his. Hopefully he can bring that onto the stream because I think that'd be quite funny, to be honest. All right, and the other one, we're going to go someone else. And if it's someone else, just write it in the chat who you're going. All right, so yeah, who are you captaining this week? Foden, Haaland, Bruno and Bumo, someone else. I feel like it's going to be one of the top three, so that's why I just put someone else. 4.4 million in the bank, one free transfer. Should I take a hit to get Bruno and Bumo for two of Enzo, Semenyo and Dye? No, I'd play Semenyo. I'd bring in Bruno Fernandes if you can for one of them. That's what I would do there, I would suggest. Yeah, that's what I'd do. I don't think I'd take a hit. I'd play Enzo and I'd play Semenyo and I'd just move and die out. I think that's what I'd do. Anyone liking 29 likes? That's disgusting, Murat. You tell these people. How hard is it to press the like button on the left, folks? Got Cole Palmer. I've woken up for this. You guys need to do me some favours and just smash a like on it. I'm literally sacrificing sleep. Got Cole Palmer for a -4 and on captain. I like it. That is the kind of bravery I love. Bruno, yes. Leeds put 3 centre-backs on Haaland for the entire second half. Fulham doesn't have such big centre-backs. Only Joachim Anderson is quality. Haaland will shine. Okay. Don't mind it. Hey, mate, should I play Mukiele against Liverpool or Anderson against City? I feel like you play the bloke at home. I'd go Anderson. And also, he's a lock for at least 2 DC points, so that's the minimum there. Rice or Bruno G? Oh, far out. That's a tough one. How many attacking returns has Rice got in the season? 2 and 5. They've both got the same amount of attacking returns. Bruno Guimaraes probably has more goal threat than Rice. So it just depends. I feel like Rice is going to get you more assists than Bruno G. It's a real tough one, that one. Flip of the card. Bruno G versus Rice. It's Rice. All right, where are we at? Hope everything is well, Darius. Hard-working lad and have a good game week. I know. I'm hoping I have a good game week to make this all worthwhile. I'm captaining in Boomo. Love it. Thanks, DJ. High best SAR replacement. Gibbs White, Anderson, Cunha, or Bruno G. If I knew that Cunha was starting, I'd say Cunha. But because I don't know if he's starting or not, I'm going to say Bruno G. I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you? Bruno G, Palmer, Xerxes, Captain Munoz. Don't mind it at all. I mean, Joshua Xerxes, I was tempted to say let's bring him in, but I can't do it to myself just yet, folks. I need to see another goal from the Xerxes train before we go there. Bruno is my captain. He'll play for 90-plus minutes, and he's at home versus West Ham. Haaland is away against a decent defence and may be even getting an early substitution. Give the busy schedule. Yeah, fair. Don't mind it. And Bruno will play for 90 minutes. We know that for a fact. What about Palmer? Too early for Palmer, I think. Thank you very much, Jojo. Modric. Why do you have Pope starting? He's been ruled out. Has he? 25% chance of playing. It doesn't matter if I start him or not. If he doesn't play, Petrovic is playing. It's not like I'm getting 0 points. So I'm just starting him because that's who I like the most. That's throwing a lot of people off the Pope move. Big boy Phil Foden for me after a crap day at work. I'm here for the D-Unit vibes. Good luck, boys. Oh, that's great stuff. Raya, Timber, Lacroix, O'Reilly, Doku, Semenyo, Anderson, Minte, Harlan Mateta, and Voltamata. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Got Shada and Kukara on the bench. Actually, oh, no. Oh, hold on. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. I was going to say bring Kukara on, but I was like, actually, I don't know who you bring your Kukara on for because your team looks really good this week. Mbumo or Mateta, who the captain? Mbumo. He's got the last game of the game week, so why not? Thoughts on Semenyo captaincy? Don't mind it at all. He featured in the top 8 captains. I think he's in the top 8 this week. Bruno G is more effective only because his striker can finish his through balls. Exactly. Why do you have Pope? Because he's going to be going at some point in the near future, just not yet. Took it for Thiaw and captaining Voltamata. Spurs are crap. Yes, they are. Will Doku start? Will Doku start? Now, that's one where I'm like going, if I had Doku on my team, I'd be concerned he starts tonight. He is one where I think he could be rotated. Like, he didn't play well on the weekend against Leeds. He was pretty anonymous against that in that Leeds game. So that wouldn't surprise me if he was one that got rotated. I already got Burn as Jow, a good replacement for Sinesio. Is it too risky? I just don't like double defense, so I'm going to say pick another defender. How about Chalobah? Chalobah's really good if you don't have him. My entire starting 11 is a home fixture apart from Haaland. It might work. Half of mine's away, half of mine's at home. On press conference, Eddie Howe. Oh, okay, fair. If he's out, he's out. But I'm still going to play him anyway. Why not? Genuinely transferred Haaland out as well. What? What? Did I just read that correctly? Genuinely transferred Haaland out as well. I've got Salah in keeping faith when Salah is to AFCON. If I bring back Haaland and I have Palmer and Bimo, Fernandes and Haaland will be amazing. Fair? Watch all my backs. I mean, I just don't think I would have gone to Salah at all. He's done nothing to suggest any kind of faith or rewards in him. Will Reinders start? He's another one I'd be concerned about starting. Like Reinders, Doku, based off the weekend, I'd say are probably in the firing line. And I wouldn't be surprised if Savinho came in for Doku this game. My team, Donnarumma, Timber, Mitchell, Virgil van Dijk, Senesi, Doku, Palmer, Minte, Mbumo, Mateta, Haaland, Thiago. All right, you need to sell Senesi or bring someone off the bench for him because he's definitely out. Senesi is not playing, I can tell you that much. Would you do Senesi to Timber for... Yep, definitely would. Oh, yeah, Brentford could definitely score, but I still feel like Timber's going to be a great option moving forward, and he's probably going to keep rising in price. I know, I'm just waiting. I feel like Bruno's got one of them games in his locker very soon. Like, I just think... I look back to last year, right? I look back to last year, and Bruno Fernandes, the kind of games that he loves are against these crappy teams of no midfield. And West Ham are awful. Like, they literally played Liverpool into form on the weekend. They offered up nothing. And now they've got their best midfielder out in Paqueta, and Bruno Fernandes is just going to be able to bomb forward. I feel like it's a captaincy call that's going to come in. I'm pretty confident. Big up the deadline stream. Thank you very much, Adam. It's true, but I've noticed a trend that Haaland in this part of the season falls. Yes, he does. He does. Foden, Doku, etc. step up, and exactly like last year against West Ham, he'll shine again, and that's Salah leave. Yeah, fair. Thiago Penn versus Arsenal. I mean, I'm not going to say it won't happen because there is every chance that it can. So I don't mind that at all. Oh. I've just realised if I change this, if I change the screen, that counter's going to stop. So I'm committed to just holding on to this screen. I want to do my Academy reveal live on stream. I'm going to do that at the end. So make sure you hang around for that because Footium are sponsoring the stream, and you can see there's a little thing that on the left and the right. You can check them out there. But we're going to have my live Academy reveal for my team for season 14 directly following the countdown to that timer hitting 0. So FYI, that is coming later on in the stream. It's going to be, well, I'm excited for it. I'm hoping for some decent players in the Academy that I can sign. Rather have Anderson and Salah or Bruno and Saka, but a -4. I'd go Bruno and Saka. I have one free transfer, want to sell Sarr, Anthony and Van de Ven, but will take one hit. My options are Minte, Bruno G, Anderson or Barnes. And for defence, Jow. With 2 transfers we make this week. Yeah, I'd bring in Jow. And any of those other 3 are really good options, the first 3 anyway. I feel like Barnes could be on a heater, but he could easily be the one that gets benched. So I feel like it's got to be Minte, Bruno G or Anderson for me. He's also missed one. But yeah, he's got a lot of goals. He is literally this year's Wissa at Brentford. But he's even better because he's on penalties. So he's a great buy. I'm very glad to have him in my team. I do feel like he's going to struggle to get up for this week's game, though. This midweek, because he did leave the game on crutches on the weekend. I have 2 free transfers. Template team, except Dewsbury Hall has to play. Switch him with 0.6 in the bank or play him and swap Senesi from the bench to who? I don't know who your defenders are, but I'd probably move Senesi. KDB's actually been really good. I wouldn't be moving him. Bailey, why are you not asleep? You should be asleep, young man. I'm going to captain Xerxes. Go big or go home. I like it though. Boldness. Brilliant. Best 3 defenders of the game. Gabriel when he's fit. Munoz. And I'm probably going to say, this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I feel like I'm going to go Lacroix. Just because of the fact he's so consistent and Crystal Palace are just so good at clean sheets and he's really good for DC. So I'm going to say those 3. If Palmer does well, how will you... I'm not interested in bringing Palmer into my team at all. Literally not interested in bringing in Palmer. I feel like it's a sheep move bringing in Palmer and I can't wait for him to play a minute and everyone thinking, oh, I've got to have Palmer back. He's 10.3 million. And prior to even getting injured, he did next to nothing. I know he scored 1 goal. Whoop-de-doo. I don't think he's just a let's buy him and bring him in type of a thing. If Anderson scores, I'm going to crash out because generally don't understand why he's so overhyped. He could be on penalties. Nah, I don't think he is. I think he's the reason why he's so good is because he's a cheaper Declan Rice. He just consistently gets 4 or 5 points a week. Which is why I don't like the DC contributions at all, because we're picking crap players. But alas, that's the world we're living in this year, which is why he's actually half decent. So Jow and Minte, yeah, I don't mind that at all. That looks really good. Brought in Jow for Senesi. He's going to double haul against the... I know. If that happens, man, I'm going to go to work ridiculously tired, but ridiculously happy as well. He's not going to score 3 goals. The dude's coming back off a groin injury. I just don't see it. I mean, I hold my hands up and say I'm wrong if I'm wrong, but I just don't think I'm wrong. 3rd should have been Milinkovic. I know I did think about Milinkovic, Murat, but I haven't seen enough to convince me that Nottingham Forest are going to keep lots of clean sheets, so that's why I didn't put him in. Then it has missed his... I know I don't think he's going to miss a pen. I reckon the next pen he takes, he's going to put it away. FPL Olympian is captaining Bruno. Are you sure you don't want to change your captaincy pick? What time is it over here? It's currently 1:16 in the morning. Palmer is far too expensive. Exactly what Bateman just said. I just think Zucker is so much better. He's been such a good enabler for me. Who are you captaining, Bateman? Also, FYI, if Olympian's captaining Bruno, I don't know what he's smoking, but I'm really disappointed. I've got to check now what he's actually doing. Because I might need to move. Oh, wow. He is actually captaining Bruno Fernandes. I might actually have to change, folks. Maybe I change to Brian and Boomo. Just so I don't have to share captaincy with that idiot. I might have to rethink my captaincy. I'm not going to lie. He literally cursed my luck on the weekend. I've got no doubts about that at all. I just think Zucker is so much better. He's been such a good enabler for me. Yeah, he's actually been really good. I don't mind him at all. Chow, got to go. Good luck, everyone, in the game week. Yeah, good luck to you as well, buddy. Hi, D. You think Semenyo is a short shot hit or there is a loss of confidence in him? I think if you watch that game against Sunderland on the weekend, how he didn't return is mainly just down to the fact that Evan Ilson got in the way and robbed him of points. That's what happened on the weekend. Semenyo would have ended up with, I think, a 13-pointer if it wasn't for Evan Ilson just being an absolute clown. So I don't think he's lost enough confidence to worry about him. Have I made any money off YouTube? What, they've paid me in ads? I don't know. I wouldn't say it's heaps. It's not enough to quit my job, I can tell you that much. I mean, that's the honest yeah, that's all I've got for you. Haaland captain for me without question. Fair. Thoughts on Jacob Murphy? He might start. I would think Jacob Murphy starts tonight. And if you're picking a fixture to target, it's Spurs at home. Newcastle have an amazing record against Spurs at home. Is a -8 ever worth it? Yes. I've done -8s last year, twice, and both of them, they were green arrows. Both in blank game weeks, and they worked out really well. So in a normal game week, I'd say that you've really got to be sure that one of the blokes you're moving in is going to absolutely bang. But if you're convinced that one of them will, it can work. Just don't captain Haaland so the rest of us can get points. Team Haaland. Heck yeah. Semenyo's still, exactly. Semenyo's still a really good shout. Gordon's back, but there's every chance that Gordon plays on the left instead. I don't think Gordon's going to be playing on the right. I live in Australia, mate. I used to live in the UK, but I live here now for the time being. Hello, how are you? Are you going to watch the football? Yes, I am. We'll be back at 3:25 in the morning. I went to bed at 6 o'clock tonight. I've been actually in bed for a long time, even though the sleep's been pretty crap. I've been resting for I've got a good 6 hours worth of rest. Just changed my captaincy to Mbumo. The curse is real. I know, I'm legit thinking that I might have to do the same. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. Also, I feel like Mbumo's due a goal, right? And he's playing a West Ham team that have been rubbish. He should have scored against Palace as well, to be fair. He had a decent opportunity. Do I just go the captaincy on him instead? I don't know. Maybe I can counteract the curse from bloody Olympian. Maybe he changes his mind and panics and goes to Haaland last minute. Having said that, though, the disappointment of whether Bruno does nothing on Thursday will just increase the moan along. So maybe it's an intelligent move to just move it off him. I'm not sure. We got to think about it. I've got 40 minutes to think about it. Who would you choose to captain, Darius? Semenyo, Haaland, Foden, or Xerxes? I'd go Foden all day long, but that's just... Well, I'm sitting there, I'm like going... Actually, I take that back. I'm not actually sure... Like originally, my original plan was, and I'm not going to lie about this, my original plan was to captain Haaland from 13 through to 17. That was my original plan, right? Was just to captain him throughout that time. That's what I was originally going to do. And I feel like my initial plan this season has normally been the best one. And yes, he sucked on the weekend. But maybe he gets redemption. I mean, Bruno should be pretty good the next few weeks as well. He could be really good in 16 against Bournemouth at home, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was my initial plan, was to just captain Haaland from 13 to 17. So maybe I'm just overcomplicating things by being a bit too clever. Are you watching the Ashes? Yeah, that starts again today, doesn't it? The Ashes, the second test, what day is it? No, it doesn't. Does it? Hold on. Maybe it does. I think it does. Is it today? Yeah, I don't know. I think it is. I think it is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it is tomorrow. I could be wrong. I know it's this week. Have you considered moving to a more FPL friendly country? Lots of nice places. I lived in the UK. Ideally, we only moved to Australia because my missus wanted to move to Australia, and she's from Essex and London, just outside of London. I quite like living in the UK, and I'd love to go back and live there. But we're probably not going to do it anytime soon. But it is... the thing is, like, obviously, I don't do YouTube for a living. Like, I just do this for you guys and to have a bit of fun. And I work, and my job in education, I get paid so much more money in Australia compared to the UK that it makes no sense if I want to... Like, I live in a house here. Like in the UK, I lived in a bloody one bedroom. I had a 1 bedroom part in a flat, and I had a shower and a toilet to myself, which I felt incredibly blessed by. And I was only paying, what was it, like £6.75 a month pounds, which was pretty. I was on very good wicket, and that was in Southfields in like London. But over here, I've got a 12 by 6 metre pool out the back. I live in a 4x2. I've got a granny flat out the back. I actually have an Airbnb out the back that someone's staying in at the moment. So that's where the old Timu Jesus shacked up the other night too. So it's like I'd love to go back and live in England, but if I look at like what I can have here compared to there, it's a night and day. But I have to go back every year. I enjoy the football too much, and I love going to watch Man United at Old Trafford. Hi all, and Boomer was always a flat track bully. He was, which is why I think he'll be really good in this game. Bruno G and Anderson in for Sarr and Anthony, or Minte and Thiaw in for Sarr and Van der Ven. Far out. I feel like I'd like all three of them moves. I think you just go with 2 of them and then do the next one the week after. So you sheeped into Bruno. Are you watching the Ashes? Yes. Sorry for telling you about Olympian, mate. But that guy is genuinely cursed. I think you could be right. I also have a free transfer, 3.2 million. Should I use it? I have Eze, but I also have Anthony. Oh, get rid of Anthony. Get rid of Anthony Bailey. 100% easy move. Thursday. Very good. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ashes is the cricket, Murat. That's what they call it over here. It's Australia versus England. Far out. Got something stuck in my throat. Yep, very good. Ashes where D wins regardless, exactly. I actually don't care who wins. Like when Australia's not playing England, I support Australia. When England are not playing Australia, I'm supporting England. So when they play each other, I have to default to what I do in the football, and I support England. So there you go. 67, take me with you to England, watch United. Yeah, exactly. Take me home to the place that I belong, to Old Trafford, see United, take me home. There you go, you can get a little morning jig out of me. Just Captain and Boomer, XG is too high. Yeah, fair. Would you do Sucker to Gakpo? No. And Boomer is dual haul, he is. Up Ben Stokes. Yeah, Ben Stokes, a quality cricketer. He batted really poorly in the Perth test, though. Nah, this is just straight water, mate. I'm working today, Mira. I'm going to go to the gym after the live watch along today too, so I will definitely not be doing any drinking midweek. I can tell you that. The streams, the watch alongs today, there'll be no shots. Unfortunately, I'll make up for it on the weekend, but I've got to work, so I will not be doing it. I'm literally, if it wasn't for the fact, I know, yeah, it's not on the weekend, so it's literally just going to be water. Ideally, I would have liked to have had a can of Red Bull, but I've bloody run out. There's none left in the fridge. Foden is the way. Trusted D in its initial thoughts. When he begins changing them, that's when the fingers go south. Exactly. Come back to the UK, mate. I'll definitely be there. Sometime this season, I'll be there. 6 wickets. Are you betting on any games tonight? I actually won on some NBA this morning. So, yeah, I will be. Actually, I'll do that now while we're having a look. Let's have a look at tonight's games. All right, we are going to go with a Bournemouth win. We're going to go with a Man City win. And we're going to go with a Newcastle win. In the Bournemouth versus Everton game, we are going to go for a Semenyo goal or an assist. That's paying $2.40. Add that to the multi. Or the ACCA, as they call it in the UK. We call it multi over here. You guys call it ACCA. There's a little bit of trivia for you. Fulham versus Man City. We're going to go for to score or assist. This way you don't have to rely on them just scoring the goal. This is what my preferred way of betting. Haaland is $1.57. We'll add him in. And Phil Foden's $2. Apparently Oscar Marmoush is $2. So maybe the bookies think that Marmoush is going to start instead of Docker, who's at $2.50. That would be my guess there. And then on to Newcastle versus Spurs. Whoops. Score assist. We're going to back in my boy that I bought in. And we're going to go for Bruno Guimaraes, $3.50. That 7-leg ACCA is paying 45-1. So we'll whack $2 on it. That'll be a good start to the thing. Let's go with that. There we go. Locked in. That's what I'm going with. Newcastle, Bournemouth, and City to win. Haaland, Semenyo, Foden, and Bruno Guimaraes to either score or assist. Each of them to score or assist. There won't be 3 goals in tonight's watch along, so that shots won't be needed. I just did one. That is a 1+ fold, baby. I don't know what you call it, but we call it a multi over here, so that's what I've just done. Spence goal. Do you use sports bet? Yes. You can't use it, Bailey. You're not old enough, mate. Go to bed. Accuracy equals accumulator for you non-UKers. There we go. Dude, Bernardo Silva assist. Oscar Omar. No, okay, yep. Start Dewsbury Hall or O'Reilly. I'd start O'Reilly, I think. ACCA multi parlay UK Aus US. Nice. Start Dewsbury Hall or O'Reilly. Yeah, I'd start O'Reilly, I think. Saliba to Timber for a -4. Do we know that Saliba's not playing? I've not seen any press conference updates, so I'm literally running blind here. I know taking a hit for keepers isn't the meta, but I'm an idiot. Who owns Vicario? Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Yeah, I'd take a hit. Or you could just play Dubravka. Dubravka might actually be all right, you know. I feel like Dubravka won't be too bad against Crystal Palace. I don't think Crystal Palace score more than 3 goals. So, and I feel like he'll make save points. So I feel like Dubravka could actually be okay. I don't expect Dubravka to keep a clean sheet, but I reckon he'll do half decently. You're 18. Well, you're lucky. Don't waste your money. Remember this, Joshua King will score. I'll be on the stream if he scores. You give me a shout out. All right, yeah, 100%, man. I'll give you a shout out. If Joshua King scores, 100% I will. I've just done one. Whatever I just said before. Rewind about 2 minutes. Joe O'Reilly. Again, this is a really tough one. The card picked O'Reilly before, so I'm just going to say that. I've got them both, so I love them both, obviously, so that's why I've bought them both. Which defender would you bench? Virgil, Munoz, O'Reilly, or Timber? That's easy. Virgil van Dijk. I don't rate Virgil at all. You're asking the wrong bloke. I'm very biased against him. I'm honestly also thinking to start King over Thiago. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yes. I asked about your phone. Oh, very good point. Hold on. Yes, this is a Pixel Fold. I've just got the new one. I haven't opened it yet. Whoops. Oh, no. What have I done there? Sorry, folks. I don't know what's happened there. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, dear. I don't know what's going on here. I've accidentally hit a button on the screen. I can't even find where I'm meant to be now. Hold on. Oh, wow. What have we done here? Have I just deleted the... Oh, no. There we go. Sorry. Sorry, folks. I do not know what's happened there. All right. Get that off. Cancel. Oh, I do not know what happened there. That was... I've accidentally pressed the button. And it's all gone to pot. Yeah, I've got a 10. We've got to unbox the Pixel 10. That's a Pixel 9 Fold. That's a Pixel 10. No, Google are not sponsoring the stream. But I've got a 10. I have in my PL team. Oh no, stream. Oh, I was like, what the hell's going on? It freaked me out as well. Oh dear. That was I know. I don't know what that was. I've got all these, so in Streamlabs, I think what's happened, I pressed the F key and the F key is assigned to a different scene on Streamlabs for when I'm on my laptop. And it's just gone there and I was like, what the hell's going on here? So yeah, there you go. Who do I bench? Anderson, Welbeck, Barnes, or Jow? That's got to be Welbeck. I feel... Oh, actually, you know what? I don't know. That's a really tough one. That is a really tough one. Jackie, good to see you in the chat. I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like I'd be inclined to bench Welbeck, but I don't know why. But I feel like Barnes could also be benched. That is such a tough question. I really don't have the answer. I'd just play any, mini, miny, mo and see which one it lands on and bench that one. That's a sound strategy when you don't know. I've done my CA2. Cheers, mate. Very nice. This is what happens after shots. I know. This is what happens when I'm half asleep and I haven't had a can of Red Bull. Press again, lol. I think I was drinking tequila and transferred Vicario into my team in Gameweek 3. Well, that would about do it. That would definitely about do it. Hello, Scott. How are you, buddy? Watching from Saudi. Been flip-flopping on whether to use wildcard or not, or hold it. Depends what your team looks like, mate. But if you're happy with it, ironically, if you've still got your wild card and your team looks all right, I think I'd play it in Game Week 16 when you get all the 5 transfers. So you can wild card. This is why I'm also free hitting in Game Week 16. Plus, I think the free hit 16 looks really good. If you free hit or wild card in 16, you keep all your 5 free transfers and you can delay having to use one of them until Game Week 17, which is why I quite like the idea of it myself. I'm on Bruno captain and Haaland vice. Nice, Eddie. Bench Anthony or Thiago? I'd bench Anthony. Was Crocodile Dundee your favourite movie? Movie. I've seen it. Didn't think much of the movie, to be honest with you. It's very what we would call ockerish over here. Ollie Watkins' goal. I mean, if that happens, that'd be pretty biblical considering he's not done much for a while. Welbeck may be benched as the Timistus dude who scored last game. Yeah, that's right. That's why I think that I'd bench Welbeck, just because of the fact it's a midweek game. I think if there was a game he was going to miss, it's this one. Or start on the bench anyway. Do you think Mbumo is a viable pick? Yes. I'm not picking Haaland away at Fulham. That's an 8-point max. Yep, fair. Don't mind it. All the cartel are going for MU captain. Lol, I think you should go Haaland. Bruno Fernandes has 0 goals and 11 appearances versus West Ham. Is that actually true? I can't believe that. That is the kind of stat that shocks me. Hold on. That's something I actually have to fact check, actually check for myself. Wow, you're right. He's only got 2 assists against West Ham in his entire time. No, 3, sorry. He's had 3 assists against West Ham. That's a really interesting stat. I did not know that. Wow, Jossie with the stats. I like that. Yes, Wildcard 16 also allows for possible 0.2 price rises. Exactly. Munoz, captain, Bruno, vice. Final answer. Lock it in. I like it. I like it, Johnny. I like it. Is it just me, or when Van de Ven scored 2 goals, every single bad player in FPL had him because they had him since the start, and every good player took him out? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what happened. Munoz captain here as well. Nice. I think I'm going to change it up Bruno after I've just looked at those stats. I think I might actually change it. Yeah. That was a Gary move, what I just did. Very much a Gary move. Fair play to FPL Harry. He's earning good money by repeating what AI tells him. I swear he doesn't watch football. I don't think he does either. Can you ask the coin who the captain? The coin. Out of who? Looking for the link? No, mate. I've just joined. Captain Mateta, if you're a bad man. What about Mbumo? I feel like I might captain Mbumo. Thiago or Welbeck to start? I think I'd... Oh, that's tougher. I feel like... I don't know. I don't even know if Thiago makes the game, just based off the fact he left on crutches. Either or, I think they're both half decent moves. Semenyo, Gakpo, Gyökeres for captaincy, as Haaland has 0 goals from open play in 3 games away at Fulham. Wow. Maybe Phil Foden's the captaincy then. Rate please. Raya, Virgil, Munoz, O'Reilly, Minte, Foden, Szoboszlai, Mbeumo, Thiago, Mateta, Haaland captain, bench Dubravka, Salah, Mukiele. Salah replacement. You've only got 0.6 in the bank. You could go for like what I did to Bruno Guimaraes. I don't mind that. Or you could go to an Elliot Anderson as well, free up some more money. Either of them are pretty good, to be honest. Delete and Barnes or Richards and Bruno G. Own Munoz already. It's got to be Richards and Bruno G for the longevity. Delete is Man United. I'm a Man United fan. We don't keep clean sheets. We specialise in conceding stupid goals. Deadline countdown is off now. Oh, yes, it's off. My bad. Oh, my God. See, this is what happens. I hate this. That's really frustrating. We'll whack that open. We'll get that back on, folks. My God. All right, doing that. We're down to like 21 minutes. All right, save that. Let's press that. It should be back on. No. It really likes me to just sit here and suffer. There we go. It's back up and running. Sorry. I'm glad that someone mentioned that. Bruno is the Cartel's captain this week. Next is Haaland. It's a bit annoying for me to watch personally. What was that? Just did a coin toss. Haaland it is. FPL Olympians 0 goals and 0 assists against West Ham. Haaland and Mbumo, who the captain? We need the... All right, let's have a look. Haaland versus Mbumo. Haaland. Let's ask the card. Bruno versus Mbumo. Oh, no, actually, Bruno versus Haaland. All right, let's see. The card still likes Bruno over Haaland. Maybe the cartel are onto something here. Maybe he's going to actually break his duck. Bruno G super. Yeah, he is a super. That is a super differential for sure. And Boomo all day long. Check his stats. I think I might do it. I've got more confidence now. Having looked at those stats, I'm not. That kind of concerns me. Yeah, fair. Yeah, definitely. I'd hold the six. I'd hold the wild card. Sorry, I've just read out your team in my head. Yeah, I'd definitely hold it to then. And yeah, see if he bangs. If he bangs, you're loving life. Rice is a good Sarah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Rice is a very good Sarah replacement. I forgot he didn't have him in there. Thanks, Johnny. Would you play Keane versus Bournemouth or take a hit to bring in Thiaw? I think I'd just play Keane. So basically, Bruno washed against West Ham. Haaland washed against Fulham. Foden benched. And Boomo bowled. No one to captain. And Boomo was calling your name. You need to captain him. Watch along. Yes, we're doing it tonight, Gary. We'll be on. Who would you go for between Anderson and Barnes as Sarr replacement? DeLitt and Barnes or Richards and Bruno G? Own Munoz already. I don't like captaining players that play early in the game. I know, it's the same. I don't like normally doing it either. I'm just lucky that Phil Foden was banging at the same time Haaland was doing nothing. It can ruin my whole game week if they perform badly. Come on, and Boomo. Think of it this way. You think Bruno will score besides shooting from 40 yards out. I know for assists, but Boomo has high stats in both. Think we might do it. If the cartel's captaining Bruno, I'm going to captain him Boomo. Risk it for the biscuit, right? Risk it for the biscuit. At least Thursday will be painful or brilliant all in one. I mean, what is Fernando's ownership? So he's 18.5% and Boomo's 35%. I'm going to get more out of captaining Bruno if he bangs, but I've yet to be failed by Brian and Boomo, so let's pick someone else. And if Olympian's going with Bruno, that's bloody bet against that nonsense. Pick one to bench. Hold on, I'm far out. The chat went a bit quick for me. Stuck on Boomo or Haaland. Don't get squirmy in the chair, never. Don't captain and Boomo, Darius. I want him to return. Saka, Gakpo, Enzo, Semenyo. I think you've got to bench Enzo out of that lot. Who wins in a race, Gaz or Timu Jesus? I think Timu might have him. Barefoot and all. Jow up to a whopping 1.6% ownership. He's got to be rising in price tonight. Jow, Pedro, Jow and O'Reilly start too. I'd start... You've got to start the forward. So I'm going to go the forward. And because Jow's at home, I'd start Jow. Our good friend shared this info. I didn't know that. Fun stat. Yeah, I know, mad. I actually did not know that either. Records are there to be broken though, Murat, so I will hazard that as well, but that is an interesting stat. Good evening, Darius. I'm punting on Boomo over Bruno. Nice. Well, that gives me confidence that someone else is doing it with me. Who would you sell? Oh, far out. The chat's gone too quick. I can't catch up. Who would you sell this game week? Sarr or Senesi, and who would you bring instead of one of them? Well, I sold Sarr for Bruno G, and I sold Senesi for Jow. So that's what I did. Don't know if that's of any help. Yes. Our good friend Mark shared that info. Very good. Mark's always on it. Who is Cartel? All the big boys that never answer your questions, unless you super chat them. Boomer, Captain, Soft, Brave. Yep, go on, Brave. But what if Fernando scores, he scores, and I'm still going to enjoy the points. He's only 18% owned, so either way, it's going to be green arrow galore. Taking -8 with Palmer as captain, nice. I like the risk. Barnes 70-minute brace cameo, that'd be sexy. And Bruno 15-pointer incoming. Bruno goes off of hammy injury, that would be hilarious. Imagine if Bruno actually missed out. They'd all get default captain Haaland probably because they'll all be vice captaining him most likely. I thought you said you would be sticking to your gut. I don't change. Go back to Bruno Fernandes, mate. To be honest with you, my gut was saying Haaland at the beginning of the week prior to that triple captain debacle. So Yeah. I actually weighed up an Mbumo captaincy. Like, I had Bruno, Mbumo, Foden, Haaland, all in the top 8 captains this week. So I feel like all of them have got big returns in them. And I did want to captain someone. The fact that Bruno's not scored against West Ham has swung my mind. And I know for a fact that Mbumo went really big against West Ham last year. So, yeah. The will of D lives in D against the cartel world government. If you don't watch one piece, you won't get that. I say Fernandez scores now, Mbumo red card. Yeah, no, I don't think Mbumo gets sent off. Once chat starts going too fast, you'll also decide to join the cartel and read. Nah. I'm a really quick reader, normally. Wait a sec. What if Foden scores? Then I'll be enjoying his points because he's still under... He's 7.7% owned. The sheep are moving. Following the D unit's advice. I love it. Anderson 17 points loading. That'd be pretty sexy. If Foden scores 3. If Foden's got a hat-trick in him, I've got no doubt about that at all. My vice on Semenyo. Nice. Also, Mbumo takes a fair few set pieces as well for Man United. So there's a few avenues to points there for him. Do you think Man U keeps a clean sheet? They've got as much chance the next 2 games as any other games they're playing this season. Someone just said to Andy, are you playing like a chicken now? You're in the top 20. Using past stats against West Ham gives this current Man United West Ham team without a midfield way too much credit. Yep. That's actually fair, to be honest. Good evening, Darius. Good evening, Hippie. Anderson from Nottingham Forest. How many yellows and boom on? Not enough to get suspended. Either way, he's leaving very soon anyway. I have no idea what Mbumo's stats are versus West Ham. Maybe someone can let me know. I'm going to look them up now. Mbumo's stats versus West Ham. Got injured last by seeing an edit of him. I have Tyreek Mitchell. He's less than 5%. And he's top 5 highest points for a defense. Yeah, I love him. He should be a really good. He should be a really good option this week. All right, let's have a look. Brian Mbumo's stats versus West Ham. Wow, so in the Premier League, in 7 games, Brian Mbumo scored 4 goals and 1 assist against West Ham, so he doesn't mind playing them. Those are actually pretty decent stats, to be fair. A bit better than Bruno's. Is it worth to go -4 for Sarr and Senesi? Yes, that's exactly what I did, Boki. Should I get Foden or Gakpo? Go to bench boost next game week. If you're bench boosting next game week, who have Liverpool got next week? I feel like I'd go Foden. I'd go Foden. Foden is not benched. Luke, settle down, mate. You don't bench someone and literally just won you the game, mate. Cheeky Bruno G captain. I mean, I don't mind it. Trash Panda. Bench 1, Calafiori, Gay or Thiago. It's got to be Thiago for me. Torn, who to captain? Haaland, Bruno or Foden? Roll the dice. Any, mini, money, mode. My mother said to pick this one. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. They're all good shouts. I think there'll be returns for Haaland, Foden, and Mbumo and Bruno this week. How big they are, not sure, but I reckon there's returns for all 4 of those players this week. Tyreek Mitchell is mad. Look at him. Less than 5%. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. He gets a lot of non-love. If Salah can get benched, anyone can. Yep. Think Mbumo could be staying on for another extra week before going to AFCON. Yeah, I know. That'd be very nice if he does. Liverpool got Leeds away next. Leeds probably beat him. I've just decided to captain Voltamata. I love it. Will Wolves win this game week? Probably not. Pep will bench anyone at any time. We know this, yeah, but he hasn't this year. I know people are living in the past with Man City assets this year. Pep has barely rotated anyone this year, except the odd person. The mass Pep roulette has not been in vogue. It's definitely been a change in tact this year, and I will stand by that. I called it about 6 weeks ago that he's not really rotating this year, and he's not. Other than that one Champions League game where he rotated everyone, he's barely rotated a full. The downfall of the D unit has to be studied. I know. First night of night shift in the Pilbara, feeling your pain, D. Oh, yeah, I don't envy that, mate. I don't envy that. You've done well to join the stream, to be honest. I think I've made a terrible mistake. My Pope replacement is Le Mans. Oh, I love it. I love it. Risking it for the biscuit. Sarr injured. Who's your best pick? Well, I went with Bruno G. I did, to be honest with you, originally it was going to be Minte. I changed my mind because I looked at it and I was like, actually, you know what? Bruno G is a lot more differential now, so I'm going to go with him. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but I actually looked at Elliot Anderson as well. I think all three of those picks, those were the three I was looking at. It was either Minte, Bruno G, or Anderson, and I've gone with Bruno G just because they've got Spurs, and Spurs are crap, and then he's got Burnley. So 2 really great fixtures for him back-to-back. Play Calafiori or Gahey. You got to play the bloke that's at home, so Calafiori. Gahey's got less chance of rotation, but I feel like Calafiori only played at half, so you'd think he'd be fine. Would you hold Enzo this week? Yes. Replacement options are Gakpo, Rice, Eze, and Enzo. Yeah, I'd hold him. With Caicedo obviously being suspended, I think that Enzo's 100% going to start. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. News: VAR is said to have power over corners and second yellow cards at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. What? Is that actually... Where's this news? Someone put a link in. Put a link in the chat. I need to go and check that out. That's ridiculous. Andy's captain Haaland chickened out. Oh, you know what? If he's captain Haaland, I'm going back to Bruno. Just because I know that Bruno will bang now. Sarr injured. Should I be worried for Voltemata's minutes? Can he randomly get subbed for Gordon at 60 or not even start? United defence is awful, so Le Mans should get save points, but the fixtures until 22 are just too good. Yes, that's true. As a Spurs fan, I expect Bruno to pepper us with long shots and that hologram. Vicario is poor. Would you bench Semenyo for Minte this week? No. Start one of Kevin Dewsbury Hall and die Thiago. I'd start Kevin Dewsbury Hall. We're 7 minutes away from the deadline now. Actually, it's probably more like 6:45 because I feel like that might be. I've had an extra few too many seconds on there. Thinking of taking Haaland out and have a better team all round. What do you think? I think it's a bit early for that, but I don't mind it. This is historically where Haaland goes off the boil a little bit. Foden's only scored 2 of the 13 in the game week this season, yeah? No, he scored 3 in 13 now. He scored very early on in the season as well. Mbeumo versus Saka captain. Mbeumo. Why does Murat need our DNA samples for the group chat database? It's basically just to see where everyone lives in the world and to track our favourite teams. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing sinister behind it. We also like to wish people happy birthdays, so that's also why he asked for date of birth. I've captained Minte. I think Aston Villa are going to revert to the mean. Fair. Or Jow. It's got to be Jow. I'm a Man United fan and we don't keep clean sheets. Can you captain Bruno? I want to captain Bruno, but really don't want to captain Bruno if you are. I don't think many are going to captain Mbeumo this week, so I feel like this could be a really good shout. I do like the Bruno captaincy shout, though. Thiago or Minte? Minte. Mbeumo versus Saka captain. I'm going to go with Mbeumo, but let's ask the card. Mbeumo versus Saka. Mbeumo. Pasted the link of VAR news. Did it go through? Oh, YouTube probably blocked it. Send in the WhatsApp chat and I'll check it later. I have to go. Remember the bet. Yes. I sent Murat a sperm sample for the spreadsheet. Anyone else? Evening, I got Wilson. Nice. For taste test, right? Barnes or Bruno G? Bruno G. Feeling like my back line will bang this week. Mateus Nunes, Munoz, Timber, Chalobah. Oh, mate, that is going to bang 100%. I love that. That is such a good back line. FPL Olympian has captain Bruno. All right, so we're off Bruno captain. If Olympian's captaining him, we've got to get rid of him. Harry's back on Haaland as well. I so want to captain. See, this is what is wrong with the cartel. They sit there, they just do it for clicks. They were never captaining anyone else other than Haaland. They're a bunch of sheep. And you want to know why? It's because FPL Review says that Haaland's the best captain this week. And they all use it. They might not admit it, but they all use it. They've got no brains at all. Bruno's on penalties, he is. Captaincy punters landed on Gakpo. Listen to the card, let's go. United 5 clean sheets in the next 8. You heard it here first, I hope so. Thoughts on Jeremy Pino with Sarr out? He might get some returns. Yeah, he's also been very underwhelming, I thought, when I've watched him. Haaland to bang, he's due. He is due. Punt of the week. Haul in for Gabriel and assist in a goal. That would be very sexy. I really hope that pays off. Really hope that pays off. Or we can just captain Phil Foden and just back in against the Haaland captain as like I should have done it all the way along. Delete header coming, only 3% owned. Yeah, fair. 4 minutes, folks. Wonder if it's possible for me to actually be able to get any more extra sleep post the deadline. Djokovic serve, everyone. Maybe I should bottle it as well and just go for Haaland in the end. Andy and FPL mate are currently on Bruno captain as match proof to go for Mbeumo as I need. I believe they all went to Haaland. People in the chat just saying they've all changed. Gahey or Dewsbury Hall, see you soon. Good luck all. The cartel of all Fernandez in their video thumbnail and won't even captain him. Wink, wink. Stuck on Haaland or Bruno, going to stick with Haaland. You know what? I've just realised I've actually got to captain Bruno. So this will make no sense to anyone, but I've got to do it. And I'll explain why in a second. I'm back on Bruno captain. I'm going to tell you why I've got to do this. Every time I've not backed the person that's been in my thumbnail, it's sucked ass. And someone just said that I've got Bruno Fernandes in my thumbnail, so I have to captain him. It's like bad luck to do against it. That's what's been the problem with me. I've sat there, put a different person on the thumbnail, and then captain someone else. I can't do it again. Got to do it. That's it. We're locked. Bruno Fernandes captain. I don't care he's not scored a goal. Records are there to be broken. The cartel's playing Haaland captain. I'm not doing that. Should I play Anderson for... I bet you Mbeumo scores a hat-trick now and I'll be like, you're an idiot. Should have just done what I was going to do. But it is what it is. That is my captaincy luck this year. I always feel that wherever I land on, that person's blanking. So it is what it is. Should I play Anderson, Fulham or Rodon? Mateta on Munoz captain. Munoz, the card picked Munoz in the card calls earlier. Yep, let's go. Cardo will go. No, are they actually going Bruno now? 1 second ago, people were saying they've changed to Haaland. Now they're going back to Bruno. Someone give me some accurate information. I'm going to risky benching Haaland for Barnes. Love it. Deadline streamer always do this. Are you staying up for the foot? Yes, I'll be on. I'll be doing it. 3 minutes. As the cartel, are the cartel actually... What is going on? Someone said that they're going with Haaland. Is it Haaland or they're going with Bruno? Someone tell me. Stop putting sheep emojis in. It's Bruno for most. Well, I'm not changing. I'm sticking on Bruno. I was on Bruno until the chat convinced me to change. Now I'm back on Bruno. I'll just go with what I was originally going with. Is the D unit going to be correct with the Bruno captaincy? Yes or no? Yes. That's right. The card has sealed it, folks. The card said yes. Bloody Andy, piss off, mate. Some Haaland, some Bruno. Count your sheep on the way to your sleep. All right, the deadline's over. That's good, because now we've got something very special for you all. Now, this stream has been powered by Footium, and we're going to flick over to this now. This is hopefully going to work quite seamlessly. Hopefully I don't lose you all. This is going to be good. So I'm going to show you the Academy reveal live on stream right now. So hang around for this. It'll only take a couple of minutes. And I'm going to quickly find the button, and then I'll finish off with the questions. Then I'm going to try and get a little bit more sleep. I'll get too excited if I get a rare player, though. So hopefully I've got a rare player, and then I get really excited. All right, let's go here. So this is Footium, and it looks a little bit weird because obviously this is normally a different display capture. I'm going to quickly update this or whatever, and we're going to look at my team reveal, well, my Academy reveal. So I've not done this. I've literally sat there and obviously you can, I'm going to finish top this season. So they are sponsoring the stream. Here we are. We're going to the Academy reveal live. And it's like FIFA Ultimate Team, right? It comes up like this. The Academy's open. Now we've got to sit there. We need all the good wishes in the chat for some decent youngsters to sign. That's the key. So let's have a look. Let's reveal the Academy players. Are we getting a decent young gun to propel the South Park into Division 7 this year? All right, let's have a look. Let's pray for someone decent. And all right, let's open the first one. Okay, he's no good. Rubbish. He's not going to get signed. He's like the definition of a Garnacho you just sell to someone else because he's crap. This guy's no better. I mean, the reveal needs to get better. Footium, the reveal needs to get better because these guys are no good. He's not really that good either. He's not going to get in the team. He's okay, but again, these have been a really dud reveals. Not going to lie. I was hoping for slightly better players. He's okay. Kone's okay. Not going to lie. They are all pretty average reveals. But shout out to Footium. I mean, they could have literally given me someone good to reveal, but alas, it's the luck of the draw. It is literally random. Sometimes you get good players, sometimes you don't. These guys, unfortunately, are not the best, but yeah, they are bringing us the streams this midweek and this weekend, but I do have a really good team. If you want to see, I've got this guy, and this guy, hold on, really quickly. This guy's a gun. So he's 19. He's already rated 62. He can get up to like 90. This guy can get up to like 90. And he's going to bang goals. He's got 31 appearances so far, 14 goals, 15 assists. I bought him in for this season, and we're going to skyrocket up the rankings. So, yeah, that's it. That's the end of the deadline stream, folks. I'm going to try and get to sleep really quickly. But big shout out to Footium for sponsoring the channel and the deadline stream. And I think the cardman, Bruno G, love it. And Boomo locked in, brilliant. Captain on Salah, here we go. Don't press F. We are the card tell. I love it. We are the card tell. Jow O'Reilly, I would have gone with Jow. And Boomo's doing def. I mean, if they all return, I've got them all. So I'm really excited about that. Grooming the next generation. Creed is Chris FPL. Actually, credits to Creed. All right. If you want to go and check out Footium, please go and do so. There's a link, obviously, in the stream description as well. And it's definitely worth checking out. You can literally try it for free. But yeah, that's my team as things stand. Also, we're going to have another Academy reveal because I've actually got 2 clubs. So hopefully the Academy reveal in the live watch long goes better than that one and I actually get some decent players. Anyways, I'll see you all in about an hour's time. Thanks for watching. Good luck in Game Week 14. Let's get them green arrows, boys. I'm hoping